Subtitles, text, captions, lyrics. This is an essential aspect of the video creation process. It helps to rate what you are trying to pass across in your video, as well as to improve the engagement of the viewers who are watching your content. You can use the subtitles in many different kinds of videos, for music videos, for movies, for documentaries, YouTube videos, ads, promotional videos, and many others like that. And so I'm here in this tutorial to show you can add subtitles to your videos on your phone, and the app we'll be using for that is called Kinemaster, which you can get free on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Now what I'll be explaining in this video is how you can add the subtitles to your videos easy and fast, and how you can make your text stand out. I'll also be teaching you the best fonts you can use in your videos and how to animate your text so that your videos pop and so that you can have them as professional or as lively as you want them to be. Now that you have Kinemaster installed on your phone, next thing you're going to do is to open it up and then click on New Project. And I'm just going to type in Subtitles as the project name, and then select 16:9 as the aspect ratio, because the project I'm working on is in 16:9 aspect ratio. Then we'll click on Create. And this brings us into, to open up the media browsers where you can select the videos or pictures you want to be working on. And so there's a video I'm going to be adding subtitles to. It's a song from my church choir, so I'm going to click on it, and then it drops down into the timeline. Then on your timeline, I'm going to move all the way to the beginning of the clip right here. So the first thing I'm going to be adding the name of the song and then the artist. So I'm going to click on layer and then text, and then type it in. So then it drops down as a text. So we can see the text on the screen right here, and then we can also see the layer of the text down here. So then you can enlarge it and change the position. Okay, I like to centralize this and then move it up a little. Then I'll be changing the font, something better. Okay, this looks better. So, but then you might notice that it's not looking very distinct. So what I'm going to do is to scroll down over to outline, and then click on enable, select the enable button, and then you can change the weight so it doesn't look too bold. You can bring it to something around 5. You can play around with it and look at what fits you best, and then you can add a shadow or a glow to make it more distinct. For example, I can put a glow in the body and change the color of the glow to black, because that will give a kind of lift effect to it, so it looks good and it looks very distinct from the background. And you can also add a shadow to it if you want, and you can adjust the settings also. So far, if you've been learning from this video, please like and subscribe. The Smart More Creative is a channel where you learn how to create quality videos and graphics with free apps on your smartphone. So now that we've put in that text, let me add another. I would like to add another one underneath it, that with the artist, the music. So we have the text coming down. You can also adjust the size and others. So I wouldn't want to use the same font for both of them. So I click on font once again, and then I'll select one, orthography. Now you can download more fonts from Kinemaster from the asset store right here, and then you can also import font from your phone. So if you have the file or the font from in your phone, you can click on this plus icon and then select and import. So this orthography font is one I imported from my phone, so I'm going to select it. So that changes the font, and then it's not looking really clear. So I'm going to do some things to make it more visible. We can move over to outline and then put in an outline, and you can change the outline color to white. to make it a little bit more bold and visible, and reduce it so it's quite reasonable. You can put it around 4, which is good. And then you can now use the shadow and the glow to make it distinct from the background, from the rest of the video. Enable. You can change the color. Adjust various parameters like the distance, spread, size, and then you can also go to glow and change the color to black as well. Okay, I guess that's good. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now we can play back to see how it looks like. So that's good, but it isn't very exciting. So that's where animations come in. Now there's two types of animation. Once you select the text you want to animate, let's select the first one, the moving forward text. There's in animation and there's out animation. There's also overall animation, but you might not, I really don't like those ones. I might not bother with them, but you can check them out, of course. So in animation deals with how the text comes in, and then out animation, how it goes out. So in animation, there are many options there. So but what I would choose for this is slide down. Slide down. So that will make the text come down as it starts. Okay, I can also adjust the time. Let's leave it as 1 second. And then we have in animation for the next text, and then let's move it to put it to slide up, so both of them converge, both of them meet together, slide up. Yeah, that's good. So look at it. Yeah, and that's nice, what we need. So we can also add them, put in out animation. What I'm going to do is set both of them to fade, so they'll both fade out together. So out animation and then fade. Same for this, out animation and then fade. So that's how you can animate your text. You can make it, check all the other examples, and then find the ones that suits the kind of work you're doing, the kind of projects you're working on. And notice you can adjust the length, the duration of time the text stays by moving the handle. So you can drag the handles to make it follow, make it stay on the screen on the video longer. You can reduce it to make it stay for a shorter time. Let me just undo that because that's good. So now that's for the title, for the intro, but we need to put in text for the rest of the video. So you need to have an idea of what you want to type in for. So for this is a song, so I know what I'm going to type in. So I'm just going to look for where to start singing and then start my text. So it's around this point where to start singing. So I'm going to click on layer and text once again and then type what was sung. Okay, and then it comes in. Now we're going to have to adjust it similarly to what we did the other time. So we're going to this is definitely not the font I'm going to use because it's not showing well at all. So I'm going to position it where I want it to be and then change the font to this. Okay, that's good enough. And then I can adjust the size to reduce it a little bit so it isn't too big. Then centralize it. Now what I'm going to do is simply to add a shadow to it, just to make sure it shows well from the background. And that's good, quite good. Okay, now before I continue, you might notice that there's this watermark over here. the Kinemaster watermark, and it's going to, when you export your video, it's going to show that when it might be a great obstruction because it makes your video not professional. So I've made a tutorial on how you can remove this watermark from your videos, so you can check that out now, or check when you're done with this video, so you can learn how to export your videos without the watermark and you can still have your video just the way you want it. So the trick to editing subtitles quickly, you can use this for music video and you can use it for movies. You can use, not to keep creating the text layers and then keep creating them, and then you have to add in all the settings, change the font, add the shadow. What you can do is you can take this and drag it all the way to the end of where you've been needing the text. So you can change the side of the timeline and then drag this the end of the layer, the handle at the end of the layer, and then drag it all the way to the end. So the trick is you can then trim it and cut it into smaller parts for where the text changes, where you have something new. Okay, and that'll be, so you drag it all the way to the end, and then wherever they sing something new, for example, let me show you. Now at this point they're about to say something else, so I'm going to select the text, then go to trim and split, and then split. Okay, so I split it, then I'll move again to the next point, split it and split it, and on and on and on like that. Then I can go in and simply edit what they said and change what was there, and that's going to make it work very simple and very very quick for you. As we come to the end, let me tell you about the best fonts that you can use for your videos, for your project. This is important because there are so many fonts out there, you might easily get confused. Which one should I use to make my videos look standard? So there are many different categories of fonts, but I'm going to be talking about two: the serif fonts and the sans serif fonts. So the sans serif fonts that are good and I should use include Futura, Helvetica, Montserrat, and Poppins, and I use Poppins in my videos, while the serif fonts include Garamond, Bodoni, and Times New Romance. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and check out other videos on the channel, and I'll see you next time on the Smartphone Creative.